now, the thought hadn't crossed your mind.
28 horror movie betrayals that still hurt. They're scary, and then there's You Are My Friend, You Monster Scary. Horror loves to throw monsters at us. Zombies, ghosts, demon nuns, but nothing hits harder than a knife in the back from someone you trusted. It's the fake boyfriend, the sweet grandma, the we're all in this together guy who quietly feeds you to the werewolves. And the coldest betrayal of all? Let's just say it involves a dinner scene in space and a crew that never saw it coming. And yeah, we still haven't forgiven them. Here are 28 horror movie betrayals that still hurt years later. 28, the Armitage family from Get Out.
Sink into the floor. Wait. Sink.
Chris thought he was just meeting his girlfriend's nice suburban family. Instead, he walked into a human auction house. The Armitages weren't just a little weird, they were brain-snatching rich folks using hypnosis, surgery, and polite racism to literally steal bodies. The twist that stings? Rose, the sweet, woke-seeming girlfriend, was in on it the whole time. All the smiles, the reassurances, the "I'll protect you," total act. The moment she jingles the car keys and says, "You know I can't give you the keys, right, babe?" Yeah, we felt that betrayal in our spine. Number 27, Stu and Billy from Scream.
Hello, Sydney. Do you like scary movies?
Sydney thought she was dealing with a random mass killer. Turns out she was sleeping with one of them and his best friend. Billy Loomis and Steve Macker weren't just Ghostface. They were two Ghostfaces, and the motive? A messy mix of revenge, horror trivia obsession, and just plain psychopathy. They played the long game. Dates, phone calls, fake injuries, all to get close enough to make Sydney the final act in their slasher script. The betrayal is legendary because they didn't have to be this cruel. They wanted to be. Number 26, Carter Burke, Aliens. Corporate guy, company man, friendly smile. Burke pretends to help Ripley and the Marines until it turns out he's planning to smuggle alien embryos inside human hosts for the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Translation, willing to sacrifice everyone, including a kid, for profit. Ripley calls him out in one of the best "you're worse than the alien" speeches in horror sci-fi history. And yeah, watching him get poetic justice via xenomorph, chef's kiss. Number 25, the Blair Witch crew turn the Blair Witch Project.
And Josh's mom and my mom.
It's bad enough you're lost in the woods with a witch maybe following you. It's worse when your so-called teammates sabotage the survival plan. From throwing away the map to escalating fights that get people separated at night, Mike and Josh make things go from "we might be okay" to "we're definitely dying." Whether it's the witch's influence or just pure human stupidity, it's still a betrayal. Rule number 1 of found footage survival: don't make it worse. Number 24, Esther from Orphan. The betrayal here is complicated because Esther isn't a kid. She's a 33-year-old woman with a growth disorder posing as one. Her entire sweet orphan act is a con, and she's targeting the family for murder and seduction. Evelyn, the mom, tries to stop her, but we, the audience, spend most of the film unsure who's actually crazy until the ice cracks, literally. It's a betrayal of trust, safety, and reality itself. Number 23, Rhodes from Day of the Dead.
I don't want him to do anything but drop over.
If you're trapped underground during a zombie apocalypse, you need a leader. Unfortunately, Rhodes is the kind of guy who eats the last rations himself, pulls a gun on alleys, and leaves people outside to be eaten. His eventual demise, screaming choke on him while zombies literally pull his intestines out, is one of horror's most cathartic villain endings. Number 22, David from The Mist.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors!
Most people remember The Mist for its crushing final scene, but the real betrayal? The breakdown inside the store. Neighbors turn on each other, joining a makeshift cult led by Mrs. Carmody. Friends become enemies. People you've known for years suddenly think sacrificing you will make the monsters go away. And the sting is realizing it's not the tentacles outside you should fear, it's the people standing next to you. Number 21, Alex from Ready or Not. Grace thinks she's found love. Instead, her new husband's family tries to sacrifice her in a deadly game of hide and seek. The kicker? Alex, the one person she thinks she can trust, turns on her at the very end, selling her out to save his own skin. That ring should have come with a warning label. Number 20, David from The Thing.
And man,
It isn't Venice.
is the warmest place to hide.
In John Carpenter's Snowy Nightmare, the real betrayal isn't who is the thing. It's that you can't know. At some point, people you've worked with, eaten with, laughed with aren't themselves anymore. And when it's revealed, trust shatters instantly. Number 19, Henry from Goodnight Mommy.
Mama?
Two twin boys start suspecting that the woman in their house, her face covered in post-surgery bandages, isn't really their mother. The twist? The real betrayal comes from them. Instead of talking it out, they imprison her, torture her, and ultimately, yeah, it gets dark. The "she's not our mom" belief becomes a self-fulfilling horror, and we realize too late she was exactly who she said she was. Number 18, Dr. Hill from Reanimator.
And he's just made a discovery that could wake up the dead.
In a movie full of absurd gore, Dr. Hill's betrayal is next level slimy. Colleague Herbert West thinks Hill is just a rival researcher. Turns out Hill wants to steal West's reanimation formula and creep on his girlfriend. When West decapitates him, you think, oh, good, problem solved. Then Hill's head comes back to life, still scheming, still manipulating. Some people just don't know when to quit. Number 17, Trevor Lyle, Candyman.
Who is that?
Helen faces a supernatural hook-handed killer, and where's her husband? Shacking up with one of his students and painting the apartment pink. Trevor's betrayal isn't just romantic, it's total abandonment. While Helen is being consumed by legend, Trevor's already moved on like she's an inconvenient ex. The final dinner scene with him whimpering alone? Ugh, delicious karma. Funny yet scary. 10 certified pics. Link on the screen. Number 16, Chris from Hereditary.
You don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die.
Okay, technically, this one's a whole family betrayal, but Peter's role is especially brutal. He tries to ignore all the red flags, the creepy mom, the culty grandma, until he's literally being used as a vessel for a demon king. The betrayal? His fate was decided before he was born. The people who should protect him were in on it the whole time. Number 15, Judy from Silent Night, Deadly Night. He's sent to an orphanage where Mother Superior insists Christmas is still happening and punishes him for his trauma. That's not just betrayal, that's psychological sabotage in tinsel wrapping. Cue Billy's inevitable murderous breakdown in a Santa suit of his own. Number 14, Amanda from Saw.
I can hear you.
We first meet Amanda as a victim. She escapes Jigsaw's trap and thanks him for changing her life. Turns out, she becomes his apprentice, designing her own traps and pretending to be another captive. The shockingly irony is in watching her play terrified just like before, knowing she's now the one setting the rules. Number 13, Sergeant Howie's hosts, The Wicker Man.
They can stand by and see your own child slaughtered.
Police Sergeant Howie arrives on a remote Scottish island to investigate a missing girl. The entire town greets him with smiles, songs, and folk dances. The betrayal? They were always luring him to be the May Day sacrifice. By the time he realizes it, he's already in the Wicker Man, the villagers singing as the flames rise. Number 12, Charlie from Midsommar.
What's happening?
Christian is already the worst boyfriend. But when Danny's grieving and isolated in a Swedish cult village, he doesn't protect her. He abandons her emotionally and physically. By the end, Danny's betrayal revenge, choosing him for the final burning, is one of the most satisfying tables turned in horror. Number 11, The Coven. Number 11, The Coven from Rosemary's Baby. Every friendly neighbor, every helpful doctor, even her own husband, all part of a satanic cult that drugged and impregnated her with the Antichrist. It's the ultimate gaslight, gatekeep, give birth situation, and Rosemary's horrified acceptance at the end? Still chilling. Number 10, David's Friends from American Werewolf in London.
What did I do last night? You don't remember?
David survives a werewolf attack, but his friend Jack dies and returns as a decaying ghost to warn him. The betrayal? Everyone else in the village knew about the werewolf and said nothing, sending them into the woods unprotected. Small town horror lesson, beware of locals with secrets. Number 9, Carrie's mom from Carrie.
For everyone else, it will be a nightmare.
Carrie's mother, Margaret, is the queen of religious fanaticism, keeping Carrie isolated and ashamed of her own body. After the infamous prom humiliation, Carrie comes home seeking comfort and mom literally stabs her in the back. Overprotective? No, more like overpossessed. Number 8, Ash's friends from The Evil Dead. You think you know your college cabin crew until they start vomiting blood, speaking in demon voices, and trying to rip your face off. The possession twist is horror gold because every betrayal is both supernatural and personal. Ash's friends become his tormentors, forcing him to kill the people he came to protect. Number 7, Annie from Misery.
You die.
Author Paul Sheldon wakes up after a car crash in the care of his #1 fan, Annie Wilkes. She feeds him soup, reads to him, fixes his legs, then smashes them with a sledgehammer to keep him from leaving. The betrayal? Her love was never for him, just for his character. Number 6, Sam from Trick or Treat. This one's different. It's a betrayal of the rules. Sam, the pumpkin-headed enforcer of Halloween law, punishes anyone who disrespects the holiday, including the bus driver who thought he got away with mass murder decades earlier. The twist is delicious. The betrayer becomes the betrayed. Number 5, the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers.
What the hell is that thing?
You think the monster is going for the obvious victim until it doesn't. The creeper's sudden decision to take the brother instead of the sister is both shocking and cruel, breaking the "we'll both make it" bond right at the end. Daily horror news and lists at likehorror.com. Number 4, Laurie's parents from Halloween. Okay, so it's not evil betrayal, but telling your kid for years that she was safe while secretly training her to fight Michael Myers, it's love and manipulation. When the truth comes out, it's heartbreaking and empowering all at once. Number 3, the Pet Cemetery friends from Pet Sematary. Louis Creed is warned not to bury loved ones in the cursed ground. The betrayal? His friend, Judd, was the one who showed him the place in the first place, knowing full well what it does. Okay, sure, Judd thought it might help, but opening that door doomed everyone. Number 2, Thomason's family from The Witch. Boom! Thomason's family turns on her after a series of tragedies, blaming her for witchcraft she didn't commit. Banished, abandoned, accused, she finally finds acceptance in the most unsettling place possible, the devil himself. Number 1, the chestburster scene from Alien. Yes, the alien is the killer, but the real betrayal is from Ash, the android science officer. His secret orders from the company, crew expandable. So everything we saw, the lack of warning, the refusal to quarantine, was him following that cold directive. Kane's death was corporate betrayal disguised as science. So, which betrayal made you the angriest? The fake boyfriend, the creepy neighbor, or the smiling family that sold you out? Tell us in the comments and we'll pin the most savage answer. Monsters are scary. Demons are scary. But nothing's worse than someone you trust turning on you. These 29 horror betrayals prove one thing. In scary movies, the call is always coming from inside the house. Trust no one, not even me, especially not in horror. Need a laugh after all that betrayal? Watch our horror comedies video where the jump scares come with laughter or vice versa.